We are all highly skilled workers. Everyone who receives an invitation to this MicNite event has completed a tertiary education or has the equivalent in experience, which is the definition of a highly skilled worker. We are of high value to the University of Tennessee, contributing our knowledge and skills to the mission and success of the institution. Highly skilled workers are very valuable in the global knowledge economy, and companies, cities, and countries compete to attract the best and brightest. This battle for the brains is becoming increasingly fierce as populations age and fertility rates decline. To fill labor shortages, companies and institutions recruit skilled workers from abroad. Skilled worker shortages are especially prevalent in healthcare, information technology, and engineering. Governments and institutions of higher education try to increase student interest in STEM-related disciplines, and trade organizations promote the attractiveness of their sectors. Despite these initiatives, labor shortages remain. Skilled labor shortages are occurring in many high-income countries, including the United States. Some national governments provide preferential access to highly skilled workers through point systems, short or long-term visas, and special tax breaks. Others have implemented more restrictive migration policies. My research focuses on the recruitment of skilled workers to Norway, a country that discovered oil in the North Sea in 1969. Since that time, Norway has become a leader in subsea technology and an attractive destination for oil and gas engineers. Norway weathered the financial crisis better than most other high-income countries thanks to a sustained demand for its oil and gas-related services. In fact, The Economist crowned the Scandinavian welfare model the next supermodel, as you can see here. Rates of immigration increased in Norway during the global financial crisis. I am the principal investigator on a National Science Foundation-funded project on the operation of international skilled migration using Norway as a case study. The project studies the experiences of skilled migrants and the social-spatial strategies of stakeholders to attract skilled workers. We conducted fieldwork research in Oslo, Kongsberg, and Stavanger in the summers of 2011, 12, and 13. We conducted interviews with stakeholders in international skilled migration, participated in events for foreign-born workers, and conducted archival research. We also administered a survey in 4 companies. Norway is an attractive destination for highly skilled workers. The country offers a good work-life balance, high wages, and exciting professional development opportunities. However, a cold climate, high taxes, a rigid bureaucracy, and cultural differences pose barriers to the long-term retention of migrant workers. The experiences of skilled migrants were presented at a seminar on international talent recruitment in Oslo in November 2013. We invited 4 stakeholders to comment on the report, followed by questions from the audience. This outreach initiative was funded by FAFO, the Institute of Labor and Social Research in Oslo, and UT's Office of Research and Engagement. We created a model to study the socio-cultural incorporation of foreign-born workers in the workplace. This model illustrates the various skills or levels at which this incorporation takes place, depending from the macro to the micro scale. At each scale, we discuss the actors that influence the incorporation process. To visualize the scalar network strategies of stakeholders in international skilled migration, we created this map. It illustrates horizontal network connections and vertical scales at which stakeholders operate. We use this map to identify key nodes that connect stakeholders across scales, possibly creating new forms of scaling and networking. EURES, or European Employment Services, is one of the nodes that we identified in the map. The European Union-funded organization aims to increase international job mobility in the EU. The organization operates as a liaison between employers and international job seekers, informing about local labor markets. Another key node is the Global Mobility Forum. This annual conference brings together stakeholders that are involved in international skilled migration. The participants meet to discuss how Oslo can become a more attractive city for knowledge migrants and how companies and universities can attract the talent that they need. 4 graduate and 5 undergraduate students have worked on the project, funded by NSF, the Office of Research and Engagement, and the McClure Scholarship Fund. The students participated in all aspects of the research. They were trained in qualitative methods, gathered background information, transcribed and coded interviews, and analyzed the data. To prepare students for a research stay in Oslo, I offered a 12-week non-credit Norwegian language course at UT. The course was attended by 15 UT students and members of the Vikings of the Smokies, a local Sons of Norway chapter. The participants learned phrases such as "Hva heter du?" or "What is your name?" In summer 2012 and 13, I took 2 graduate and 3 undergraduate students to Oslo to assist with the research project. Each student had a desk in a large office at Fafo. The students ate lunch with members of Fafo's Industrial Relations and Labor Market Policy Group, and they loved the Waffle Fridays. We worked hard and played hard. We took field trips around Oslo, learning about its culture and history. We visited the Viking Ship Museum, the Nobel Peace Prize Center, attended the Children's Parade on Norway's Constitution Day, took pictures with a polar bear, and became polar explorers. We also took an overnight trip to the beautiful Sognefjord. The students developed independent research projects that closely related to their interests. They have presented their research at various venues, including the Eureka Poster Competition, the Geography Symposium at UT, Race, Ethnicity and Place conferences, and the Regional Studies Association conference in Izmir, Turkey. Project-related publications, activities, and media stories are regularly posted on our website. The site provides background information for all students and contains links to publications, student papers and posters, and conference presentations. If you would like to know more about the project, please visit our website, skilledmigration.net.